ready.
Welcome back to another reaction to Mad Men Man Season 6, Episode 12. We're going to jump in. Hopefully you guys are ready. Without no further ado, if you want to see more Mad Men, go check it out on the Patreon, man. We should be further ahead. We should probably be finished with the series by the time you guys are seeing this on YouTube. Let's jump into the reaction. I will see you guys right after for the review. Poor Megan. Because even though Megan was, did what she did or choose to go into acting or whatever, she's still very good to him, you know what I mean?
I was waiting up.
I didn't want to wake you.
Don, I don't know what's going on, but you have to pull back on the throttle a little, honey. Don, turn off the range.
Just gotta put liquor in everything, huh?
Sorry, I forgot about them.
It's fine.
I want to make you a real breakfast. You look terrible.
So do you.
Just stay home today. Can you do that for me? Please try and sleep it off.
And imagine you got off scotch-free and then the first time you decide to get back together.
He hasn't fired a shot. Kenny, you need to discharge that weapon before Ray turns us into the Bataan Death March. Pretend it's Ralph Nader and let's go get a drink. Wait! Oh, shit.
In recent years, crime in this country has population.
The hell?
Rate the crime.
Hello?
Your girl said you were home.
I am.
If you're too sick to talk, it can wait.
I can talk.
It concerns Sally.
What about her?
She's not coming this weekend either.
Oh, that's too bad. Although you should tell her if she does come. I'm gonna be working all weekend.
Why would I tell her that? It could have been being held hostage by that burglar, or the fight she had with her friend after Model UN, but she says she's not going again.
What do you want me to do about it?
I don't know that it's a good thing or a bad thing, but she wants to go away to a boarding school.
I'll pay for all of it.
She has to get in, of course.
How much does that cost?
Eleanor, Henry's daughter, went there, and I think she'll interview well. And she has good manners with everyone but me.
She'll get in.
I don't know, Don. It is Miss Porter's. Jackie Kennedy went there.
Oh,
What kind of
Nassus.
medicine are you taking for this cold?
Formula 44.
Yeah, I bet. Jackie did well twice.
So did you.
I'm going to go.
Will you tell her that Megan... that we both miss her?
Of course.
Cranberry, cran apple, grape berry, that would be cran prune.
Did you mention that cran prune sounds like a glass of diarrhea?
That is so true! That is so true.
You know, I hate to say this again, but I gotta take a leak.
Great idea. Peggy?
Thought you had to pee.
No, I just wanted to see if I could get him to respond to an idea that wasn't hers.
Oh, hello, Harry.
What? Listen, I wouldn't bother you at home. Obviously, I'm on the coast, but I've got good news.
You finally found a hooker who'll take traveler's checks?
Got a packet at the desk and then a phone call from Sunkissed.
I told you to drop that.
And suddenly they're interested in TV.
Don't do that.
Don, they're talking about 2.5 times the print budget.
We can't.
Why not?
Because we have a conflict. You should have told them we withdrew. Adios, Harry.
Really didn't want you to work today. Harry's such a pain in the ass.
It's just a phone call, lady. Calm down.
It was disturbing.
What the hell did they watch?
Hello. Oh, hello.
Why are you here together?
You know we're doing the St. Joseph spot based on it.
Is this an exorcism
I know.
or some shit?
So you've both already seen it.
But obviously, she remembered it better. She wants a Japanese in the ad.
That is like, oh, so you two is out here.
So, Don, I see you're feeling better.
I had to get him out of the house. We can still go eat.
I am supposed to throw around a football. I should go.
After you.
Don,
What? I'm gonna have nightmares.
you know who's not gonna sleep.
Why are you so interested in this?
You're not interested? Why were they going to the movies at 5 o'clock? They didn't think anybody would be there.
You went on a soap too long.
Look at us.
What time is it in California?
3 hours earlier.
I need to make a phone call.
Okay.
What the hell happened? I'm fine. Well, obviously not.
Did he lose the eye?
I told them that Cynthia was pregnant, and they took me out to celebrate, and they shot me.
What?
Chevy is killing me. I hate Detroit. I hate guns. I don't even want to look at a steak anymore.
Damn. Man is traumatized.
I'm going to be a father. I'm going to have a family.
Pull yourself together. Anyone here would trade places with you in a second.
Wait, at the hospital? They tried to stop for lunch?
Damn!
Are you entertaining this idea? You'll be laughed out of this building and then out of advertising in general.
It'd be a difficult transition. Chevy won't like it, but I think they're feeling pretty guilty right now.
If it's in your power and you're willing to give up what goes with it, I would gladly take your place.
What about your family?
Trudy and I are separated. I only see Tammy every other weekend. She won't know the difference.
You should fight for that,
unfortunate.
Pete. Okay. Pete
Congratulations.
always wanted to be on Chevy.
Thank you.
We have what we think is some pretty spectacular news. Crane called from Los Angeles and enthusiastically embraced a television campaign to the tune of $8 million.
Great Caesar's ghost.
They don't care that we're a month into Ocean Spray?
Harry said we'd resign.
But they wouldn't leave Harry alone.
You upset, Ted? It's almost 3 times the business.
No, well, I'm dreading making the call. Someone has to let them know to look out for a knife in their back.
Don't be an idiot, Ted.
Stay out of this, Jim. Forget about giving someone your word, which obviously doesn't mean anything to you. How does it look? The right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing.
You're right. We should work more together.
Then it's agreed that we have a more coherent approach to new business. That means no more surprises, Don.
This wasn't a surprise. He told him to drop it. But it looked like Don called him back, though, this morning. It seems like he called him back.
I think Peggy should be on it. She has, juice experience now.
That makes sense.
Hello, Pete.
Hello, Bob.
Well, shiver me timbers.
I'd laugh, but it hurts like a son of a bitch.
No, I once had a client cut my wife's breast.
Lee Garner Jr. made me hold his balls.
I'm not resigning, Chevy. I just can't be on the ground there anymore. And I will stay on the business in New York. They'll want that.
I know Ken would do the same for me.
Crocodile tears. How quaint.
Look, I know everyone's worried.
Anything I can do.
In all deference to the weeks Bob spent trying to develop ties with Chevy, I think it's best if I bring in my own team.
Any continuity preserves the belief that service has not changed.
It's nothing about Bob in particular.
It is something about Bob
Isn't
in
it better
particular.
to create the belief that service has improved?
You're going to need to know where the landmines are buried.
I'd listen to the Cyclops, Pete.
I think maybe I'm keeping you from discussing this freely. I understand Pete's objections, but I will do whatever is decided.
Pete, there's nothing to discuss. I like Bob, Chevy likes Bob, and if you don't like Bob, we can find someone who does.
Of course. By the way, thank you, all of you, for having this trust in me.
Isn't he a partner? Why do they treat him like he's not a partner?
Is there a problem?
I don't want to work with you. I don't want to stay in a hotel with you. You're sick. So you didn't profess your love to me?
Only my admiration, which is waning quickly. This is not about my own interests. I care about Chevy. You should watch what you say to people.
Is that right?
Congratulations. Can you believe this guy?
I thought he was with Jones. Is he bisexual, probably?
When I was in 10th grade, my friend Annie left.
To go to Rosemary Hall. I know you told me.
Did I tell you she hated her mother?
Good for her.
Is it about getting away from boys?
If I say yes, will you stop asking?
I'm proposing some reasons because you aren't being very forthcoming. Sally, I can turn this car around.
I want to be a grown-up, but I know how important my education is.
I gotta get this kid out of here. And he's not going to call you himself. I'd love to present some concrete options to him when I push him out the door. I just need leads. He doesn't have to land anything. His name is Bob Benson. Beloit, Wharton. I'll send over his personnel file.
And I'll send over a bill. Making it even grand. Cash.
No. Este Pete Campbell es un hijo de puta. No me importa tan buena que sea ella. Él es un cabrón pretencioso y me está fregando mi futuro.
What's going on in there?
Someone's having a good time.
Ah, Joan, it's been so long since I've seen her.
Let's do the ad for him. Joan, come here.
Can I do it from here?
No. So, Dawn, you're the camera and the baby. You don't need anyone's help but St. Joseph's.
Usually with things like this, it depends on you knowing the movie. But I think this works on its own.
I told you it was good.
That's a lot of people.
You need to feel the conspiracy.
You mean to come to casting?
Sure, but I'm just gonna watch. It was all her.
These two.
That's a lot of people.
I didn't want to dampen the enthusiasm, but the approved budget is $15,000.
What does St. Joseph say?
They haven't seen the new budget.
Who's paying for casting?
We are.
So he wants to spring it on them at the pre-pro meeting after we're 10 grand out of pocket?
I don't know, Don. I don't tell him what to do.
Sally
Look,
just
could you
wants to
fetch
get away
Millicent
from
Turner from study hall?
crazy ass family she's in.
I'll be back in the morning around
2:30 would be perfect.
Why, gee, thanks for finishing my sentence for me.
What are you doing here, Mother? Josephine, you have my phone number.
This doesn't concern her. I'm planning a voyage. And I spoke to Manolo.
I forbade you to see him.
He's very upset about the way you're treating his friend Bob Benson.
Why are you still in contact with him?
I ran into him.
Tell Manolo that I almost threw you down the steps when you brought up his friend.
I am still your mother.
I don't have your passport. Josephine, you're endangering your position.
Damn!
This used to be the living room.
Hello? Look at the two of us burning the midnight oil. I'm gonna need more than this kid Bob Benson's personnel record. It might as well be written in steam.
What do you mean?
I don't even know if the name is real. I don't know where he went to college, but it wasn't Beloit. I tried a buddy at Wharton. He said maybe he's just telling people Wharton, so he's gonna check the whole University of Pennsylvania. The most interesting is the Brown Brothers Harriman job. You told me that.
I got that from him.
I have a friend there. Turns out they all remember Bobby. Parents or brother and sister or something.
Damn!
He was a manservant for 3 years. They took him to Europe on the Queen Elizabeth.
Are you kidding me?
They said he just disappeared one day with an electric pencil sharpener and the Christmas card list. That his only job opportunity was someplace dumb enough not to ask any questions, and so far, that's just you guys. I've never seen anything like this before.
I have.
He's experienced that with Don. But at least Don can do the job. It's not in his way.
I don't understand what happened.
Residuals. You can't let them sneak up on you. It'll be fine. We always win this one.
Byron, you remember Peggy Olson?
Mr. Poole, nice to see you again.
And we are going to set you at ease. Now, Ted and Peggy will take you through the creative process that resulted in this ingenious spot.
Well, as a concept becomes more developed, expenses can mount. I want to do this right. The cost is still a fraction of the business we believe it will generate.
With all due respect, it's not your job to promise sales. It's your job to deliver work for the budget agreed to.
That's why we sent the budget over. We didn't want there to be any surprises.
But this is a surprise. We agreed to 15,000 and it's 50.
You said specifically that you wanted something contemporary. This does that and more.
That's not a reason.
Well, it should be. We have enough of a history that you should trust my judgment.
I want a reason. I'm entitled. You know the raft of shit I caught when this budget came in? Mr. Plow called me.
I hate to interrupt. I think, Byron, I know what you want to hear. Has nothing to do with the shooting days or the cast. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, that when you say you want a reason, you want to know why we would push you like this.
It would help.
The truth is that I don't think Ted wants to say. Well, it's a little bit personal. In fact, it's very personal.
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Yes, you do.
Damn.
Are you okay, Ted?
What is Don doing, bro? Yo, Don is such a savage, man. When it
It's
comes
okay. You don't want to say anything? I'll tell him. It's hard for Ted to say, but this was Frank Gleason's last idea.
He thought this had to do with Peggy.
Really?
But he wanted the effect.
Yeah, I'm afraid we've gotten a little sentimental.
Damn, you should have told me that.
I guess I don't know. The factor didn't seem relevant except to us.
That's the reason why Don is the fucking GOAT, bro. Like, when you talking about advertisement, yo, dude, Don used the entire situation that he knows going on between them and by what he was telling him about this is Cleo kind of thing. That's the reason why he used that. He used the emotion. He knows that, like, genuine emotion. That's what he used. But he wasn't really wanted Ted to, like, you're not going to say anything. Really? Right? Because he's thinking that it has something to do with the relationship between him and Peggy and what Ted told Don about the whole Cleo situation, that is a brilliant idea, blah, blah, blah. But Peggy's going to be mad now because Don is using this to his advantage, but also for the company advantage. Is like, it's about the company. It's not about an individual, right? You're the one who's been pushing this, but he wants, Frank to, is like, oh, this is Frank. So he takes away that opportunity from Peggy. So Peggy's going to be mad about it because it's not really Frank's. Frank's dead. Okay. So Don he's a savage, but he's also the freaking GOAT of this shit, man. Like, the thing about it is this, right? We can talk about how horrible Don is as a person, but the man, when it comes on to his work, he gets shit done. Bro, talk about being in a cutthroat business and making it work and being a throat cutter yourself. Don is the quintessential example of what that is, man.
Didn't want to lean on that.
Frank was a hell of a guy. The best I can do is 25. You got to reduce the cash. That's all you get.
I understand.
I'll show you out.
The
Really
salvage.
necessary.
Leave us alone. What was that?
That was the best I could do. Did you want me to tell him the truth?
What are you talking about? That was your solution? Embarrass me?
You're embarrassing yourself. I know your little girl has beautiful eyes, but that doesn't mean you give her everything. We've all been there. I mean, not with Peggy, but...
Don't say that about her.
You're kidding yourself. Everybody sees it. Just ask your secretary. Your judgment is impaired.
Everybody sees it. Y'all keying about everything, bro. You got called out, bro. Like...
Good morning, Bob.
How you doing, boss?
I thought for certain you would have brought me a coffee today.
You want me to go get one?
I've always wondered how you were so expertly servile, but now I know. It used to be your profession.
What do you want?
Well, for one thing, I wanted you to stop smiling. I've been awake all night wondering what you do when you're found out. This must have happened before.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who hired you?
You did.
When?
I met with Ken. You walked in, complimented my tie, and walked out. It was the best day of my life.
Your fraud is irrefutable.
Can I have a day's head start? Can you give me that at least after all I've done for you?
You've done more for me than I've done for you.
You don't respond well to gratitude.
So you're just going to run? I don't believe you. It terrifies me what you could do in a day. No, Bob. You're going to get the benefit of the fact that I've been here before. I don't know how people like you do it. You're certainly better at it than I am at whatever I do. But I would like to think that I have learned not to tangle with your kind of animal.
I don't understand.
Where you are and who you are is not my concern. I surrender.
So what does that mean to me?
I want you to graciously accept my apologies. Work alongside me, but not too closely.
Again, I don't understand.
Yes, you do. I'm off limits. And please, can you find a way to get your friend out of my mother's life? You know she's demented.
Manolo doesn't like women.
Make sure.
They're talking about Manolo. I remember that damn Manolo song. It's a Christian rap song. Look it up. It's by Lecrae.
Did you tell him that I need to see him? He went home. When? Right after I told him you needed to see him.
I know what you did. I just don't know why you did it. Want to offer me a drink? Pretend like you're helping a little more? Oh, of course, you deserve privacy.
Look, there's still enough money for the ad. We'll make it work.
Stop hiding behind the ad. I know what you did.
I saved both of you. How do you think it looks?
You hate that he is a good man.
He's not that virtuous. He's just in love with you.
Well, you killed him. You killed the ad. You killed everything. You can stop now.
I'm just looking out for the agency.
You're a monster.
It is what it is, man. Madman going in. They're going in recently, man. What's going on? These last few episodes been, you know, this was great as well. This was a good episode as well, man. I liked it a lot because I don't even know what to talk about. There were so many good things in this episode that could be discussed, like what Don did, you know what I mean, the situation with Sally. Like, I think I stopped enough to talk about those circumstances. It was good to see what Sally was dealing with. It was definitely good to see what she was dealing with because she's battling with the fact, and at the end there where you see where she said, my father's never given me anything, which is like a complete switch up. And I know it's because of what she saw, right? I don't know if she's gonna tell Betty. I don't know if that's what's awaiting me in the season 6 finale. I don't know if she's gonna tell Betty the whole truth. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? But, you know, Don, deservingly so, going through a lot right now with the people that, you know, he loves and stuff like that. He's going through it, and he's got to go through it because deservingly so. You know, these things are happening because of his actions, and you know, this little thing between, you know, him and Peggy, where I've been saying is just like, I think Don has been there. And he knows how it can impair your judgment when it comes on to being in love with somebody at work and stuff like that. Like, things just kind of gets turned on its head because, you know, he's telling Ted, it's like, you're not thinking with your head, man. Like, dude, you can't just spring the new budget on, like, after you shoot the ad. Like, you know, the client can just straight up decide not to pay for it and let you left holding the bag anyways. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Don was trying to prevent in that situation. Which is like, yeah, a couple of people might get hurt. You might even say that Don, you know what I'm saying? You might even say that Don did not have to do what he did in the meeting, but at the same time, it was genius. You can't deny the fact that it was a genius move. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, told Ted, he's like, dude, everybody's seeing this stuff, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are kikiing with each other every time you're together. People are seeing it. People are realizing that you're not taking the whole process serious anymore. Because I was actually on board with a lot of the stuff that he was talking about, right? I was on board with a lot of it that he was talking about at the time because I was like, oh, he's in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he's trying to get the place in tip-top shape with everybody. He's cussing out Don, and he's like, yo, get your head in the game, read the memos. I was on board with a lot of that, but I also explained the difference between the two firms on understanding that, you know what I'm saying? Don has always, they've been a little bit more carefree, more free thinking, if you will, about the entire process of advertising. Meanwhile, with Ted's company, their firm was more about structure, right? It's protocol. It's, we're gonna do this, then this, then this, then this, then this, then this, step by step. You know what I'm saying? But because of how they just kind of roll with the punches over at, you know, Draper Price or whatever, you know what I'm saying? they're a little bit more free thinking with it. It's just like come up with stuff on the spot ideas. They plan, to present their stuff to meeting, but they're more of like a think on your feet kind of company, which you still have to have some structure behind it, but you got to be able to think on the fly a lot more. Ted likes to know that he has an idea, structure. We plan for it. This is how we're going to present it, and if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. And it's just like they don't really pivot very well. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. But structure is needed nonetheless. Also on board with that, but then you start messing up because your love for Peggy is now showing the preference, all of these different things, and everybody's noticing because you're not hiding it very well. You know what I'm saying? And he himself is not even noticing that he's doing this, which is crazy. You're at movies with Peggy after you've already seen the movie for research already. You say, come on, man. Like, that's 101 right there. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's not cheating, but he is cheating. I don't know if you understand that concept, but it's like he was giving her way too much of his attention. That's why I said that in itself, some people would consider that cheating. So yeah, man, and that's taken care of. Now is the situation with Sally. I'm surprised that she hasn't told her mom yet. The whole situation with Glenn being there and stuff like that, I think she would have preferred Glenn because she's more familiar with Glenn, but then Glenn is like, yo, she's like a little sister to me, man. I told you not to, try anything with her. Maybe Glenn has just gotten the idea out of his head to not like pursue Sally anymore. Maybe he's grown out of it, and maybe they are really just close friends. But it seems that she liked the fact that he was defending her though. Which, girls usually love seeing that shit. Don't ask me why, not a girl. So at the end of the day, great stuff. It's a great episode, man. Can't wait for the finale. Hopefully you guys will be there as well. Leave a like. I'll catch you guys later, man. I'm out. Peace. Ta-da.